Hey, what's up, guys? TheCampingRusher here. It's update day. We've got about 12 hours, almost exactly, from the time of recording this to downtime. The new trailer has released, official trailer. You're watching it in the background. You've probably already seen it, but why not watch it again? Well, I'm going to be talking over it a little bit. We're going to break down everything. You are going to learn something more than something. You're going to learn a lot about the new season, the new chapter, where this season is going, the storyline, what to expect loot pool-wise, obviously the battle pass. It's it's looking good. The skins look good. The theme, obviously, I'm a massive fan of vaults, and the season is literally themed around vaults, bosses, mythics, and it's just a good time. Cato Thorn, I still don't know how to say it properly. It's Cato or Cato, regardless. He's the antagonist, the villain, and he looks intimidating. You also want to be his friend, right? It's a good, healthy mix. So let's start right away with this. They have delayed the downtime from what we thought. It is tomorrow morning, Friday morning at 3 a.m. Eastern. I'll be staying up, so subscribe, turn your noties on, and also I'll be live streaming. You'll see it go up scheduled. I'll probably start it about an hour and a half before the downtime. We'll be leaking live. We'll be hanging out here, trying to be patient together. It's going to be a blast. So thanks for joining me there. But we have lots to talk about right now as the trailer ends. First, the battle pass. Let's take a big old look at the battle pass. Come on, man. Like, to me, this is one of the better battle passes we've seen in a long time, and that's without even seeing the styles. Yes, you can see Ahsoka Tano. Now, I actually, mega Star Wars fan. I still haven't watched the show. I've been busy, man. I'm probably gonna watch it during my break today before the new season, especially now that she's in the battle pass. But I think Akko or someone said, like, I think it was Akko. It almost looks like Ahsoka Tano was an item shop skin, and then with all the hype, the build up, they like edited her into this PNG, right? Like, doesn't it look that way? She looks just a little out of place in this image. Regardless, she's in the battle pass. I will be spending money. I guess get the battle pass through my crew pack. But if you're picking it up, I'm gonna shove it right in your face. Code TheCampingRusher. Code TheCampingRusher. Just to remind you. I know a lot of people want to use it and then they forget, because I forget too. It doesn't have to be me. Type someone in there. Don't let it go to waste. What's your favorite skin from the battle pass? Ahsoka Tano is going to be tied with, at this point, Cato Thorn. Like, he's this like winged vampire beast, and then he's also like got a human form. So it's interesting skin. But there's a lot of good skins in this pass. Let me know your favorite. The names of them, in no particular order: Nolan Chance, Piper Pace, Fish Thick, May, Antonia, Cobby Lame, Cato Thorn, and Ahsoka Tano. Okay, those were, I think, in the description of the video or on a blog post somewhere, so it is official. Let's talk about the trailer. Maybe some stuff you missed, some stuff you saw. The kinetic blade is looking to return in Season 4. Unless this is back bling, I do not think it is. I think this is firing up the return of the blade. Fun item, OP item, but I'm into it, right? It's fun gameplay. Bunker Jonesy appears to have been collected by Cato Thorn. Someone replied, so much for the visions then, right? So much for the visions. I guess he had no idea that it was that he was coming to get collected, even though he had that vision board, right? Yeah, regardless, that's kind of funny. He's trapped. Maybe we got to free him at some point in the season. We'll have to wait and see. The 3 new POIs, obviously these were part of the teasers, but this does give us a look. The AI coloring, you guys know we colored those photos. Well, not we, but the leakers, the community colored those photos using AI. It was pretty close, right? It actually did a pretty good job. Now that we're seeing official versions of these locations. Confirmed weapons for Season 4. These are only the weapons that were actually listed in the description. So there are, of course, more, and we saw others in the trailer, but confirmed. Infiltrator, pump shotgun, twin mag assault rifle, scoped burst SMG, that's an odd one, business turret, as we saw, rocket ram, we now know what that does, right? Going right through walls. The Foundation's MK7 assault rifle, Midas's drum gun, Zig and Choppy's ray gun, and they did reference, like, in general, OG mythic weapons, right? So it's those 3 confirmed because they were mentioned, but there will be more because they kind of generalize that all together. And the silenced pistol was in the trailer but not officially mentioned, so that could come later in the season. most likely, rather than launch with the season. And then there should be, some unvaults and stuff as well. C4 unvault, suppressed sniper unvault, chop it with the launcher, and thermal bolt action sniper. These are potentials. The choppa not being teased in the trailer, I don't think I saw it. That is, that makes me lose a little bit of hope, because that's a big deal. Why wouldn't they tease that? Zapatron hunting rifle, LMG, pulse rifle, quad launcher, and submachine gun have also been modified. These could be props, though, rather than weapons, but just letting you know some of the potentials on top of the confirmed stuff. Of course, the new Nitro Fang vehicle. This was part of the teasers. And the loot pool is looking good. I mean, there's really, with this type of stuff, you got to play, right? We got to see what's vaulted, what's unvaulted. The new items there's usually 1, 2, maybe 3 new items that play a big role in the meta. And then other than that, you're fighting over the old stuff. So let's talk about this. Is probably where you're going to learn a lot, and it's thanks to Akko. What is going on this season? We already have an indication of what the live event's going to be and what Chapter 5 is going to be. So here's the lore, the storyline. Cato Thorn is a vampire. He has a time machine. That's what we saw in the trailer there. And he uses it to go back in time and add to his collection. That's how he collected the Oro head, right? He went to Oro's release date to collect his head. You can see the date, and you can see him bring it back. Cato Thorn is Season 4's antagonist. He is the villain. He has drained the island of its resources, and we must stop his ultimate plan. And yes, I'm sure it has something to do with the time machine, right? Here is the apparatus. What was the apparatus about? What was the mural about at the end of last season? It all actually makes sense now. I would not have picked up on this, but FN approved lore did. Cato Thorn time traveled to the jungle civilization every eclipse since he's a vampire. Once they noticed his arrival pattern, they built murals with glyphs to warn future generations of his presence. That's how they knew eons ago. So this was all to warn us when he was coming, how he was coming, and why he did. And they built it to warn them that this is when the eclipse would happen. He would arrive, right? So eclipse happens, he arrives, and it all ended up being true, as we could see from the trailer. Here's a little theory, and this is where it gets a little interesting, because the new season, we know we have a live event this season, and we have a new chapter next season. The key to our future lies in our past, whatever it is. It lies in our past. This was said by Optimus Prime. If we prevent Thorn's plan, assuming we'll win the battle in the end, and get his time machine, what's a point in time we must go back to? This is the big one. So Akko guesses the collision event. It changed everything by removing the IO from the equation, right? That was a massive change in history. So I really think this is where it's going, right? The live event's going to be centered around, obviously, us battling, Cato Thorn somehow. In the end, we get control of the time machine. We time machine back to a certain location in Chapter 5, but now we're changing history. It's a pretty wicked way to advance the storyline, and advance us back to the 7, the IO, and all that, but just maybe now the course of history has changed, though, right? I really think that's where it's going. Take your guesses, or even what you would prefer. Where would you prefer to go back to in the world of Fortnite? Let me know. And a little piece here from Akko. Watch this be Season 4's umbrella tomorrow. This is a full-on concept from him, and they call it the Crescent Brella. I feel like this is so good, he can't miss. We'll, of course, discover this in the live stream tonight. But yeah, you're right, an eclipse, it really will look good. I always really pay attention to these wind umbrellas, because I basically use it the entire season. I love just the simple umbrellas. So yeah, I'll be watching. Again, see you in the live stream tonight. Touch that like button on your way out. Take care. Subscribe. Code TheCampingRusher Battle Pass one more time. Goodbye.